Hello, everyone, and welcome to the PHR Exam Certification Preparation course. My name is Kathy Nguyen, and I'll be your instructor for this course. I have over a decade of experience working for national and global Fortune 500 companies. I am also a certified PHR by HRCI and SHRM, CP by SHRM. I'm excited to support you in this journey to achieve your HR certification. In this introduction, I'll give you an overview about the exam and how this course can support your exam preparation. The purpose of this course is to help you accelerate your learning, equip you with the information about each of the functional areas of HR to enable you to successfully pass the exam and excel in your career. Let's look at some important information you need to know before you go. First, I recommend you to check your exam eligibility and apply online at hrci.org. In case you're not eligible for the PHR exam, you may be eligible for other exams that HRCI offer, like the APHR exam, instead of this one. So make sure you check your exam eligibility. And when you apply online, you commit and ready to embark on this journey. Obtain the exam test appointment. Schedule a time that you perform best, either in the morning or in the afternoon, and choose a location that works best for you, either a testing center as close to your residence as possible, or you can take the test at home. Give yourself 8 to 10 weeks to prepare for the exam. When you study for the exam, I recommend you to master the foundational knowledge, test-taking tips, and take as many practice tests as possible. So are you eligible for the PHR certification exam? To be eligible for the PHR, you must meet one of the following conditions for education and or experience. You have to have at least 1 year of experience in a professional level HR position and a master's degree or higher. If you don't have that, then you need to have at least 2 years of experience in a professional level HR position and a bachelor's degree. Or if you don't have a degree, you need to have at least 4 years of experience in a professional level HR position. Let's look at some key information about the exam. The exam and preparation fees are $495 US. There will be 90 score questions and 25 pre-test questions that cover 5 functional areas, including employee and labor relations, business management, talent planning and acquisition, total rewards, and learning and development. Even though the 25 pre-test questions do not count towards your final score, you do not know which one of them are pre-test questions. So you need to make sure you answer all the questions in the exam. You will have 2 hours to complete the exam. The question types include traditional multiple choice, and multiple responses, filling the blank, drag and drop, and scenarios. The question fits into one of the 3 categories. Knowledge. These questions assess your comprehension and your ability to recall factual material, such as definitions. Application. These questions assess your ability to apply HR principles to solve real-life problems. And evaluations. These questions assess your ability to combine different elements, such as HR knowledge in employee and labor relations, and use your critical thinking skills to solve complex problems. There will be no trick questions, no trivia, no dates, but you do need to know your acronyms, such as SWOT analysis. What is SWOT? ADDIE model. What does ADDIE stand for? So that are all the details about the exam that you need to know. So study plan. In this course, you will have the ultimate stress-free 10 weeks study plan that I developed for you to make sure that you master the foundational knowledge, you review the materials frequently and consistently, you learn the test-taking tips, and take practice tests regularly. The study plan is serve as a benchmark. Depending on your professional experience, you can change and modify it to make it work for you. Now, let's look at studying tips. Your goal is to aim to learn all the key concepts and reviewing the content from this course multiple times, at least 3 times prior to the exam. Practice as many practice tests as possible. Start slowly and build up in speed so you don't feel discouraged and overwhelmed by the amount of information. Use systematic learning, testing, and reviewing, and repeat the process. Put weekly plan on your notice board so you see what you accomplish. Check off items as you complete them. Record your scores, put the reminders. Be disciplined, but not too rigid. And remember to reward yourself with milestones. Depending on your learning style, you can combine multiple methods of learning, such as reading the materials, recording yourself, explaining the concept to yourself, and listening to your own recording. Listening to Udemy video, watching the lesson, writing down the concepts on Post-it and flashcards. Be creative. You can study while running errands or during your morning commute. What you need for this course is a notebook for rough work with sessions for HR vocabulary and concepts. In this course, I make sure that I added various materials to diversify and deepen your knowledge. And you do need access to practice tests on all the subjects areas. In the last sessions of this introduction, I want to share with you some test-taking tips so you can use them immediately to take the practice test at the end of this course. Why would you need to take the practice test? Because I want you to assess your HR knowledge currently before you start the course. And by the end of the course, you will go back to that practice test at the end and take it as a final exam. At that point, you will see how much you have improved throughout the course. So let's look at these test-taking tips. First, read the questions, then try to guess the answer before you look at what's there, and begin the process of elimination immediately. Don't read too much into the questions. Echo options. If 2 choices are opposite, one of them is probably correct. Check for the negative words and other words that are there to throw you off, like which of the following is not XYZ. The answer is usually wrong if it contains an absolute, like all, always, never, or none. If you don't know the right answer, look for the wrong one. Always question any options that are totally unfamiliar to you. If 2 choices are very similar, you must always look at other qualifiers, such as always versus sometimes. If only 1 or 2 words are different, one is possibly correct. So now you have it. Make sure you start the process of elimination. Pay attention to echo options, negative words, absolute words, and qualifiers. Now go ahead and take the practice test and assess where you're currently at. Good luck.